All right, John Milton, a.k.a. Mickey Rivers, stolen base leader of 75, All-Star of 76, World Series champ of 77-78. What is going on? Appreciate you coming by today.
Oh, Johnny, I got to say it like this. It's great. Well, I always come back and we're doing still a lot of work. I was doing a lot of work at the stadium till the COVID situation hit.
We go back to a time where, you were in it, you were playing, you were enjoying, you were having fun. As a young kid, 12 years old, all we had was television live, clips on the news when you caught it, and the newspaper. And so, we like yourself, in a time where you pick up a stick, a broom handle, you pick
Correct.
up a ball, rock, didn't matter what it was, you made a game out of it. And so, as a 12-year-old, watching these teams play and following them through the paper, it was automatic. You pick up the newspaper, you go look in the sports section, you go, what? How many games out are the Yankees?
Yeah.
And nothing was more profound than the 78 season when the 14 game out. I remember like it was yesterday, looking at the paper going, 14 games out. This is not happening. There's no chance. And little by little, the series, click here, click there. Then it was the Red Sox. So when you played, I got to jump to some of these great memories for me, Mick, because I want you to share what you experienced at the time, right? So there's so many of them. One of the greater moments was the Bucky Dent moment. Okay, up there, against the Red Sox, right? So just to kind of take a snapshot of it, this was a critical series against the Red Sox because of the gap that was so far away from their lead. The Red Sox had the lead. And there was the one, I don't know what game it was, and I'm going totally off the top of my head, just remember and watch it live. It was a game where we were losing, the Yankees were losing, like 2-0, and Bucky Dent comes up, and Bucky Dent at the time, you're just like, get him, just put someone else in the hit, right? He hit 9th in the lineup, and you were always number one, you were on deck all the time, and we were like, oh God, there's gotta be something, someone else has gotta hit. And he had like an 0-2 count, and then he fouls the ball off his shin, and we're like, we're done. This is the moment.
Okay, when he fouled that ball off his chin, he was using my bat, and I went there.
Was he using your bat when he fouled it off, or I thought he cracked the bat on that?
No, the bat was already cracked.
Okay.
And he was, and I know I'm with the bat like this.
Right.
And I said, oh.
Right.
When he did that, I said, take this up to Bucky right here. He got the wrong bat.
Right.
So ran after Bucky.
Right.
Get in the bat and say, got a home run in it.
Yeah, well, no.
I had to boost my homie up. But Bucky is my homie, and like I say again, early stages. Now, I know him before I know majority of all these ball players. Maybe one or two ball players I know before playing Major League Ball was Bucky.
Sure. Wow.
And I said, homie. That if you ever heard that term, he called me his homie. Hey, homie, what you doing? Hey, homie.
You using it?
So I said, no, I'm on deck second. I thought about it. I got the bat. What he using? And I had a cracked bat. With Cliff Johnson cracked that bat in batting practice and didn't tell me. So I taped up a new bat, and I had it sitting on the on-deck circle like this, at one knee to the ground like that, and I forgot. Bucky asked me, could I use your bat? And then when he fouled it off.
Sure.
Well, that took a little time. That was in baseball, that 5 minute span for a pitch on the mound, they don't understand.
Right.
That kind of drains.
Iced him, yeah.
Right.
So he iced him. So he fouls that ball, and I'm slowing this down a little bit because there's people who are going to listen and don't know this story, and it is theater unfolding at its finest. He fouls it off. He's 0-2, and he goes down, and then the trainer, Gene Michaels, comes out. Is that who it was?
Go ahead.
He comes out, and it took probably every bit of 5 minutes to spray him or do whatever and let him kind of get his blood back to his shin or to his ankle area. And anybody who's done that, and I've done that is one of the most painful things to have a ball go off your shin and your ankle like that. You think about nothing else but how you're going to step or the pain you're going through. So that being said, the bat boy comes out with the bat, and we don't know this until afterwards. It's Mickey Rivers' bat. Next pitch, he hits a ball off the monster home run, 3-run home run. Chambliss was on base, and who else was on base?
Was Roy on that?
Roy White. Roy White was on base. That's right. So that's a 3-run. Now the score goes 3-2. Yankees go on to win that game. That catapult them, because once you put the dagger then in the Red Sox, at that point, that set the momentum to win the playoffs, the ALC championship, and then you go to the World Series, right?
Well, definitely. You know, the Red Sox come back on us again because in that 14 down, I think we got to the end coming up by 2 or 3 games, and we lost. And we were losing like the last couple of games. And our last game we lost, we got killed. Cleveland,
season game, right.
the Indians. They
All
beat
teams, right.
We used to fold them over. They beat the mess out of us, and that made the 1-game playoff. And Mr. Steinbrenner said we're gonna flip the coin for the playoff. Lady, I mean, we know at that end we could play Boston. We was gonna beat Boston. You know, we just had the feeling of that
Sure.
team. When we faced Boston, we know we
had the number, right.
We had their number.
Right. So much of sports is momentum and confidence and rhythm, right? So, you know, that to that point, when you have a pitcher's number and a pitcher knows when he's got your number. And it's kind of like, it's like you want to do damage control. Just get me in and out on this at bat, or let me move. To your point earlier, you were a great bunter. Well, and so you probably put the ball down on the ground as often as you could against guys that you knew you weren't going to probably have the advantage with as a hitter, right?
Correct.
Right. And by the way, I did look up a couple stats, and I was so impressed. Again, as a kid, remembering you play, your speed always stood out. Your bunting ability, loved the small ball, just messing with people. You just mess with people from the time you got from the on-deck circle to the batter's box, lethargically swagging it to the box and kicking some dirt and kind of doing your thing. You had the swag before Denzel Washington even knew what swag was, okay? Because that was the original, authentic way to go to and we were like, this guy looks like he can't walk. I had a friend of mine the other day, we were at the gym, he gets up off the bench, he's like, God, my back. He goes, I feel like Mickey Rivers walking like that. Because Mickey used to walk like that. Used to walk with like this and kind of then just sneak up on next thing you know.
That was my regular walk.
No, but that's just
that was your. Everybody say, "You gonna make it to the plate?
You gonna make it to the plate?"
This?
Right.
I tell you who used to get on me all the time. You know, when we got to be close friends at the time was Thurman Munson. Oh my God! I say, well, you just hit little fat boy. That's all you need to do.
That's it.
And that's how our relationship got better.
Sure.
You know, with him. I mean, we were terrible. And my relationship got better because I say, look, I'll tell you what, I'll be on second. Let's see what you could do.
Right. Get me in. Right. You get me in.
He was amazing. He was one of the best players I ever seen.
That's he was, again, a very unsuspecting player, a guy that you looked at and said, it looks like he just got out of the garage, fixing something in a workshop. It's just dirty, sweaty tools of ignorance were worn well. The tools of ignorance of his equipment and his pads were always dirtied up and showed his grit and his grind. So, back to the stats for just one moment. You were a 295 career hitter, 300 hitter. And that is probably, again, one of the more impressive things, to be able to put those numbers up like that and and still steal the bases and do all those and be a player that contributed in so many different ways. That is, again, something that is a bit of an unsung type of a presence. And I want to talk about some more statistics just for one moment. So you've been to the Lenape Diner now how many times in the past couple weeks? Here,
I try to go every day.
How many times? Every day. So you've been here every day. You got this.
I know the menu by
heart. You see this menu?
I got a menu at home. Yeah. I know I got the mind menu. Right, I know everything.
So let's talk stats. Give me Mickey Rivers' top 3 meals at the Lenape Diner. That's what everyone wants to know.
Well, the steak dinner.
Steak dinner.
No, we start with breakfast first.
Let's go to breakfast.
The corned beef hash.
I was gonna say. Corned beef hash.
Yeah, corned beef hash. Every morning. Look like I know that. Corned beef hash. Then lunch, we're at kind of turkeys.
Okay.
dinner, like I say, I can go home with John with the dinner, you know. I got all that salmon, the salmon, or the
good.
steak.
You're saving the good. You're
salmon's great.
saving, yeah. You're
Salmon's
saving,
good.
yeah. Okay.
Salmon great, salmon great. So I come over and I eat, go back and rest.
There you go. Rest up. So you got it. So we got the corned beef, we got turkey, we got the steak,
yes.
and the salmon here,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Those are all top shelf
That's the top.
meals.
That's the top three right
All
there.
right.
That's the
Okay.
top
Good.
three.
That's a really important.
And
statistic.
then you forgot my orange juice.
Oh, the fresh squeeze.
Gotta have
Yeah,
that.
you're right. We got to do a video later.
gotta
on
get
that
some
fresh
orange juice
squeeze.
in here,
That's-
man.
I'm gonna do a
The
video.
orange juice is great.
No, we're gonna do
We
it.
gotta get some.
See,
We're gonna do it.
a lot of orange juice a long time ago. Well, I don't know. Still do. It was ends in like California and Florida grow their own orange at the time, back then, and we squeeze and get the little bits
The
of
pulp.
bugs.
Yeah.
Now this
Got
is
the
the
machine.
best.
Yeah, it is the best. We're gonna do a drink here. We'll show everybody how the machine works and what
Great.
Mickey's talking about.
Sound.
Because
We gotta
Lampe
get some
Diner
orange
has
juice. We
that.
gotta get
Yeah.
some orange juice right now
Yeah.
for camera.
We
Where's
gotta get
Sean?
some orange juice.
Right
Yeah,
there.
would you mind? There he goes. There, Captain Ken. He's got it.
Oh, you talking
All
about
right.
something great?
So
That's
what
good
else,
stuff.
Johnny? What else? Anything on
What
your
else
mind?
great, Johnny? You know what's
young
great?
man that-
Johnny,
This
you
is
know,
awesome. This is
Like
great
I
for me.
said again, you miss a guy. I love, I love Size. That was a guy was a great pitcher. You ask questions, you learn a little bit about Jim Catfish Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
You sit back there and look, Johnny, and then watch him pitch. And I was teasing. We got the chance to it. If you can tease him, you just well to go home because we played ball. You look bad, we gonna tell you, look, we need this and need that. And all these guys got serious about it. Catfish, they call it, catfish is just throw the fastball right across the plate and look like a grapefruit. That's how the ball looked, like a grapefruit.
Right. Just
Hit me.
Hit it.
Hit me. Hit me. And we saw, not only me, Lou was a great one. He said, always tease him, oh my God, he need to go back to the country.
Lou Pinella, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Talking
yes.
about Lou Pinella.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he need to go back to the country. Look at that ball.
Right.
Everybody in the world hit that ball. And it's amazing how these guys, all top pitchers pitch. You think they overpower the guy? No,
No,
it's their location.
location. It's location. It's like real estate. Location, location, location.
Well, do
Key
people
thing.
do it? I don't think they believe that.
No, but it's in, it's out, it's up, it's down. You know that. It's speed
And then,
change.
Then you look like, you try to teach. You teach and tell someone, and
Sure.
it was amazing how you throw the location, a fastball right here with nothing on it, and you would look at it.
You'd be like, how did I?
No, I'm serious. You throw the ball right there, and you say, "Oh my God, how can you throw this? Is it a real ball player throwing a fastball right there like that? Guy hit it, boom, right to somebody, and play a game 2-0, 3-2. It was amazing how this guy was.
It
It was
is
a
amazing.
gamer. I
Sure.
know when he got hurt. Mr. Steinbrenner went and told him, say, look, we sending you home. I ain't going home. We sending you home. The next day he went home, right? Now he got a bad shoulder.
The owner.
Hey, thanks, John.
The owner just
Say
came in.
hello.
Hi, Joe.
What happened
Say
here?
hello.
Where this come from?
All right. So what else, Johnny? You
No,
come to
these
your
are-
your age. You're hearing these stories. I'm flooded with memories, and they're all over the place right now. But I want to just ask you. So when Chris Chambliss hit that home run to win the pennant, what year was that? Was that
76.
It was 76. Were you there?
Oh, well, we were great.
You were there. Right. You were there.
Yeah, I
So-
told you I messed up that series.
Right. You messed up that series.
I messed up that series against Cincinnati.
How did you?
If you watch that series, I didn't get on at all.
Oh no! Oh, so you
And
take
then I was
responsibility.
just so astonished with the guys. Pete would talk to me like this.
Right.
I went to the plate, he'd be like this, hey kid, you better not hit this ball down this way.
So the Cincinnati Reds
Really?
is what he's talking about. He's referring
Yeah,
to earlier.
yeah,
Dave
serious,
Concepcion,
serious.
Joe Morgan, Johnny Bench,
Right.
all those players
Yeah,
that he
you
admired. Now he's saying in '76 he played against. That now they were intimidated, right? They were mature. They were
Definitely
older.
was a intimidating group.
Yeah, they were an intimidating group of guys.
I used to go out there and talk to Griff because I know him from the period. And he'd tell me, just swing the bat.
Wow.
He'll tell you,
Wow, they got in your
God,
head.
it was so amazing.
They
It was
got
so
in your
amazing.
head. Wow.
It's so amazing. I had to learn how to play with the cold weather.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, you were used to that.
No, no. You all saw me. I was stacked up. But it didn't stop me from not swinging the bat. I swung the bat, but it just wasn't like no game. And I said, now always put this first. I said, now if I ever get back here, I'm gonna play my game, and that's what we did.
That's what you did.
And I said, when I get back here next time,
Right.
I'm gonna play my game.
That's
Right.
it.
And
I
not-
let them
not
take
let
my
them-
game away from you. You
Correct.
can't let nobody take your game away from you.
Don't let anybody take your game away from you.
I didn't even bunt. You turn around and bunt like this, and the people, you better not bunt, kid.
Wow. They got on, right in your head, and that's so true.
got me.
Because as a leadoff hitter, you set the tone. You go, we go, right?
Right.
You
At
go,
the time,
we go.
I ain't saying all that, but I used to set the tone for the team, and then you'll see how they gel. When I set the tone,
Sure.
a majority of the games I set the tone till we
Sure.
won
Right.
easy.
Right. That's the
And we had the
critical
guys.
spot.
Now everybody get mad. We had the guys pitch over 4 innings. First, over 4 innings.
Yeah.
The starters, put it that
Wow.
way. When I started pitch bad, to be about the 5th or 6th inning.
Right.
We went to 4 innings least.
Sure. Wow.
So, I can't complain. You had Ed Figueroa, I forgot about him. Senior stopper.
Sure. Yeah.
And that would have been a plus. Remember, we got the young guys, Jim Beatty and Kenny Clay later on. Jim Beatty. So,
Wow.
it was a plus for us.
Wow. What a great
This
career.
this is great. A lot of what you're talking about, I obviously didn't know, but it's really cool to hear coming from you.
Well, we want you to hear that. This audience we want to hear.
Exactly.
Because we want to maintain this sport, to keep this sport number one.
I think what you said yesterday was really cool too. Is about, you said, look, I'm nothing. You said to me yesterday, I'm nothing special, right? I just worked really hard. I studied, and I just played the game, and that was
And
it.
that's the key. I learned from others. I learned from others to make myself valuable. I learned, like I take down notes because I want to be better performer when I go out on the field.
Right.
And I set that tone. I say, okay, if I do this, the guy's gonna be scared. And then I like that intimidate the pitcher. They intimidate a lot of everybody. The pitcher intimidate the good pitcher. I hated to know the pitcher name. All the great pitchers. Bob Gibson.
Wow.
You have to hit no. You
Bob Gibson.
didn't want to know no names. You wanted to play ball.
Right.
They told me the names, then I'm through.
Right. It's a mental game.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Especially Bob
Interesting.
Gibson. That man, he would, just his stare.
No
That
way,
must have been-
but the scare you. Yeah. Then like a young guy, that's scared, and then you froze up.
Right.
The rest of
Of
the guys
course.
he had to hit. I know he had a number of. Who I thought was one great hitter at the time was a guy named Al Oliver.
Sure. All right. Yeah.
They won. Well, you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, but the rest of them know. And he was a good hitter, and he go up there against Gibson, and he come in there. You know how batters like to chef up the dirt
Sure.
when they get in there.
Yeah, that's part of their routine, right?
He walked off the mound, going towards the plate, and rubbing the ball up and saying, "Hey, kid, you see that hole you just dig? If you don't cover it up by the time I get to the mound, you're gonna get buried in that hole."
Oh my
Nah,
God.
so what you doing? Wait, now you
Wow.
looking now you can't even think.
Right.
This guy told me that. This guy, who is this guy telling you that stuff like that? I'm gonna bury you in that.
Bob Gibson was one of the most, especially at that time, intimidating pitchers. He used to wear his hat real down low, stare
That's
deep,
right.
and he would look.
Right.
I mean, you would see him on TV and he would scare you. He would look through you, and that story is profound because that makes perfect sense. Again,
Oh.
no messing around,
Yeah.
taking control over his domain. His domain was that mound, and
that was the key.
yeah.
That was
so,
the key.
So, Mick, I want to just touch base. I think we've had a great time
Yeah.
here just talking with you about what you're doing next and where you're going to be. I know we're going to see you again. There's the Pay It Forward auction that's coming up, and you're going to come back and visit with your friend
Definitely.
Goose, right?
Definitely.
You got the
Definitely
Goose
come
coming
back,
in.
Man, with Goose, and I got Roy.
All right.
Roy
Who
White,
else is
since
coming?
he's
Roy White?
hometown guy.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna come back. We do a lot of charity work here.
So people
Down
can
and
go
around.
hit you on Facebook and message you. We have your friend Ken that's going to also be curating this whole thing and put it together. So those people are interested, check it out, payitforwardauction.com. And you can get more information on that, and you can also DM us, and we'll get you more information, connect you up with all the latest and greatest stuff that Mickey and his friends are going to be doing. I can't wait to be part of it, to meet more of these guys, these
Great.
iconic people, my new buddies.
Yeah.
So,
That's
but
good
cheers to that. I don't know if you want to wrap up
Cheers.
with anything else, but this is great stuff.
No, this
I
is
love
great.
it.
Mickey, if you want to say, I guess, give one piece of advice to any young athlete out there, that's how we'll wrap this thing up. What would that one piece of advice be?
My greatest thrill is I want them to be a hard work and get good work ethics. See, we stop and we start getting embarrassed because we're working harder than somebody else. Everybody's a little different. You got to still do your things to get where you got to go. You can't worry about the others. I always try to study and try to be a little bit more informed on what I'm doing and how to do it when you don't know. Don't be afraid. I don't want you to be afraid. And my one key thing is, if you don't know and want to know, you ask questions. You don't have to be embarrassed to ask a question when you want to know something that benefits you and make yourself better. And I hate that when the kids they want to know something, then they're intimidated by asking questions. Ask questions when you want to know something. That'll make you better.
Good advice.
I don't care how
Absolutely.
stupid or it sounds.
Right.
It might be sounding stupid to you and others, but
You
you
need to
still
know.
ask the question you need to know and get
Got
the
it.
answer to.
Good stuff. Thank you, Mickey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mickey Rivers. Thank you, Ken Thimmel, for putting this together. John Lignos from the Diner, Glenape, again, Valley Diner here in Oakland. We've had a great time, and I think that's it. You got anything else you want to?
That's a wrap, guys. Thank you very much. This is this week's episode of the Johnny podcast. As always,
John and I always
John and his brother.
kiss.
And
Johnny,
our brother
Johnny
yeah.
always kisses
John
me.
here. John and his brother here.
That is the wrap
John
for this week's
John
episode,
always,
guys.
John always says a little something special.
One
and gives me
cheers,
a
John and
kiss.
his brother here.
Cheers it out. Thank you, guys.
Cheers, guys, again.